Hey guys, I'm Lawrence.
And I'm Josh.
And it's time for some indie game news. After Release is a game still in development, but by promising to be an in-depth post-apocalyptic RPG in the mold of the original Fallout, it's become a highly anticipated title. Following on from this, Black Cloud Studios headed by Richard Nixon, no, not that Richard Nixon, has become able to work on a sub-project, a 32-page graphic novel called The Fall of Guys. It tells of a young intern's struggle when his sheltered life underground is ended by contact with the forgotten surface dwellers who survived the apocalypse. The novella is up on Kickstarter now and has reached halfway to its funding of 20 days to go, so be sure to check it out.
Recently, Path of Shadows was greenlit in an astonishingly short 10 days. And it's no wonder why, just take a look at this game. It's got ninjas, stealth, a mystical midnight oriental setting, and a beautiful art style reminiscent of Okami. On a more observant note, it puts a twist on the stealth genre by granting you control of the shadows. You can create new shadows and move instantly between them like short distance teleportation, allowing you to sneak around enemies and catch them off guard. Even more impressive is that this game was made by university students from Barcelona. After being greenlit, they are making it a fully fledged game, but until then, you can satiate your cravings for ninja action by downloading their prototype from their website.
Stanley Parable creator Davey Redden has opened up to reveal his insecurities about Game of the Year speculation. He explains in comic form that after sharing his project, validation of his work was taken out of his hands and given to the opinions of players and critics. The consequent success the Stanley Parable received led him to crave more, but as he notes, the awards were intangible things which he could not hold on to. Redden became unfulfilled by his work and lost sight of its inspiration and purpose. His story serves as a warning that commercial achievement isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Power Up is a spaceship shoot-'em-up throwback to the 80s and 90s which boasts challenging bosses, killer music, and a deep weapon upgrade system. Coming from Psychotic Software composed of just Mike Hansen, this game has been released on XBLA and has had a more than solid community rating of 3.5 stars from 64 users. Mike has just released the PC version of the game on Desera for the ultra affordable $3 as thanks for the fans, voting the game 50% towards its greenlight goal. This game is still on greenlight, so do consider voting it up and buying the game on Desera as you'll get free Steam codes when they become available.
Welcome to First Look, where we feature a game every fortnight that's taken our attention but might have flown under your radar.
To start with, we're going to show you Vault.
Coming from the polished unit quantized bit, Vault is a precise puzzle platform with a super memorable soundtrack, but more on that later. In Vault, you play as a battery on the escape that can shoot laser beams capable of connecting to walls. You can only shoot 2 beams at a time, but since you can detach yourself from the beams, you can swing from level to level, just like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Swinging is a matter of physics, as is all movement, considering you're a limbless battery that relies on force, friction, and momentum to move. The only other skill granted is a jump, which has a limit before it uses up all of your charge. Similarly, the number of beams you can project are under a restriction which varies between stages. These abilities are vital to overcoming the menacingly difficult puzzles.
The challenge comes from the environment and the new obstacles are introduced such as anti-gravity, explosive boxes, and walls that short-circuit your lasers. These new elements are implicit, but as being of the puzzle genre dictates, the answers are not. So this leads you to experiment with your resources and their interaction with your surroundings.
It also helps to work steadily by figuring out sections of a level one at a time. Additionally, the platforming elements require you to work with the physics of a stage and have exact and quick reactions, making for deeply intricate problems that, like a nut, are hard to crack but worth the time and effort.
Moving on to one of the standout aspects of the game, the pulsating electric beats that dominate the soundtrack make for a rich atmosphere that builds into the futuristic abandoned industrial feel. Just listen to this sensational music from later levels in the trailer.
Thankfully, the soundtrack can be purchased additionally when the full game releases. The PC version is on sale for $5.20 on Desera until the 5th of March, and the Android version is only $2 on Google Play.
More importantly, the game's still on greenlight and really close to getting lit, so be sure to vote for it.
Well, that brings us to the end of this video.
If you want to know more about these stories, there's some awesome links in the description below.
Also, if you want to get updated with these stories, subscribe to see our future videos and connect with us on Facebook and Twitter.
Thanks for watching. I've been Lawrence.
And I've been Josh. We'll see you next time here on Indieformer. Well, that brings us to the end of this video.
If you want to know more about these stories, we have some awesome links in the description below. Oh! It's not that bad.
It's just funny because I imagine some awesome links. Oh, some awesome.